Hey guys, this is my totally spur of the moment, impromptu, cold and flu buster little mini class. This is a little test I'm gonna do. I have no idea how long your videos can be on Facebook, so I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do cold and flu busters, and this may be 2 or 3 parts. I'm not sure yet what's gonna happen because I don't know what we'll upload, but anyway, it's something that people are always asking me about. I'm gonna tell you about specific foods that you want to have and ones you're gonna want to avoid, and also my favorite remedies that really work. So let's go. First of all, I dress like this because this is how I was dressed, because I just came home a little while ago and it's really cold out. And that's the first thing. You want to keep yourself really warm. Keep your body warm. Keep covered up. Keep your head covered. Keep your neck covered. I learned that from an acupuncturist years ago, to keep your neck covered, and that will help keep your body healthy. And you know, stress is one of the #1 causes of any kind of dis-ease in the body. In fact, many people believe that is the primary cause, and being cold is a stressor. So keep all bundled up and nice and warm, especially if it's cold out or if your body temperature has dropped. That would be #1. And then at the first sign of a cold coming on, at the first sign, the best thing you can do is lay down. I'm not kidding. Lay down. Because here's the thing. Your body is in overwhelm. That's what's going on. There's also, it's detoxing. There's, different theories about what's going on. The germ theory, I don't really prescribe to. I think it's silly. Even Louis Pasteur said that on his deathbed. So forget about the germ thing. It's kind of ridiculous. It's all about your internal environment. And a cold is actually a way of your body cleansing to get healthier. And it can also knock you on your butt for a long time, and most people don't have time for that. You have to work, take care of kids, all of that stuff. So here's the thing. If you don't take yourself down, your body's gonna do it for you. So at the very first sign of a cold or flu coming on, get horizontal, if at all possible. Cancel all your appointments, don't go to work or school if you're able to do that, and literally lay down. That's the way that first way your body's able to heal itself. Get a chiropractic adjustment. If you're going to a chiropractor, of course, hop in and get adjusted so you'll have optimal nerve flow going through your body. And then as far as foods go, the #1 thing you're just going to want to ditch right away, which really you don't want to be eating on a regular basis anyway, but sugar. Sugar depletes the immune system tremendously. So cut out the soda, cut out any form of sugar except for low glycemic fruits if you feel a cold or flu coming on. That's one of the #1 things I can tell you as far as foods go. The second one you're going to want to cut out is dairy, because dairy is notorious for causing mucus in the chest, in the sinuses. It's just going to proliferate anything that's starting to come on as far as a cold and flu goes. Now, here's the thing. As far as foods that you want to have, it's great to have citrus foods for sure. But one of the things people always go for is orange juice. And I actually don't recommend orange juice when you first start having a cold or flu. And here's why. Because as soon as you juice the oranges, you're taking out the fiber. So you're increasing its sugar content, and which will deplete the immune system. And also, oranges are one of the common food allergens. So many people actually are sensitive to them, and they have a problem with them. And one of the things they're notorious for doing is, just like dairy, they actually cause mucus production. So orange juice is one of the worst things you can have, contrary to popular belief. And I'm just remembering, I forgot to put out my green pepper. I had a green pepper to show you. If you want to have something to juice that's high in vitamin C, green pepper, okay? You can throw it in a smoothie or, like some kind of veggie drink, or juice it. But green pepper is way higher than orange juice, and it's not gonna give you that blood sugar spike. Another thing you can do, or even better than orange juice, are lemons, because lemons actually break down mucus and they're very cleansing to the body. So lemon juice is a really good choice. And limes as well, because they help to break down the mucus and they're very cleansing to the body. So lemons, limes, and grapefruit too, got me a little grapefruit back here to show you, would all be better choices than oranges. And grapefruit actually helps to move bacteria out of the body as well. So that's a great choice. Now, the other thing is spicy foods. Any kind of peppers. These are my fake ones, but we'll just pretend. And then onions, garlic, and ginger are really good too. Ginger is particularly antimicrobial and really good for your system. It's also anti-inflammatory. And you know, it can be very expensive at the health food store, but you know what? Look at this. I got this ginger. Guess where I got this? I got this at the dollar store. I've never been in the dollar store, and I went in there the other day. I've been in Big Lots, but I've never been in the dollar store, and I didn't know everything in there is $1. And they have this little produce section, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So here's ginger. Look at all this ginger for just $1. This would probably be $5 at the health food store. And no, it's not organic, but still, it's a much better choice than so many other things you could be having. So ginger is another great choice. And another thing you can do, and you know what, we just have to start talking about this because nobody's talking about it, but I got to bring back the enemas, okay? Enemas are coming back into style. Enemas, yes, I know. I know you think that's gross, but you know what I'm going to tell you? You got to get over it, because you know what's really gross is a colon that's full of you know what, okay? And in this country today, in the US today, that is the #1 cause of cancer death is colon cancer, next to, you know, smoking and tobacco, lung cancer, okay? So enemas are a tried and true tool that people have been using for centuries to help get better, to help the body be able to have its energy freed up so that it can heal itself. You know, the body heals itself. So you can get these little enema kits at any drugstore, basically. They're 2-quart enema kits, and I'll tell you about enemas in another video, and I'll also leave you a link to an article on how to do them. But we have to start talking about colon irrigation, keeping our colons clear, keeping our liver and gallbladder clear. These are all really important things, cleansing the body. This is one of the #1 reasons that people are having so many problems in this country, recurrent colds and flu, cancer, digestive problems, on and on and on, okay? So we just need to start getting with the enema scene, okay? The first chiropractor that I used to work for, he used to swear by doing a lemon juice enema followed by wrapping yourself in lots of blankets and sweating. And he swore by that as the cure to any kind of cold or flu when you first feel it coming on. So I'll leave you some instructions for doing an enema, and hopefully some of you will get on board with that if you're not already. And let's see, what else? Remedies, very specific remedies. That's what I'm going to talk about next. There's so many out there, and I know that vitamin C is very popular. I'm not a big fan of taking isolated nutrients, and most of the vitamin C out there today is actually made from genetically modified corn, and a lot of the supplements have a bunch of fillers in them. I'm not a huge fan. Of them. There's so many other things out on the market that you can use that work really well. And I'll give you some of my top ones, okay? So the easiest and most readily available virtually anywhere is Cold Snap, and it is a combination of Chinese herbs, and it's become so popular because it's so effective. You can get it at almost any health food store these days around the country, and it was originally formulated, or it is formulated and produced by this lovely woman who lives in the mountains in Colorado. And I talked to her at length when this product first came out many years ago. And she was a lovely woman, and I talked to her, and I was, you know, telling her that this product is the best. I'm telling everybody about it. And you know, I was asking her what does she recommend for dosage, that kind of thing, asking her about it. And she said the best way to take it, now this is not on the label, okay? This is exclusive to you, straight from the, you know, from the formulator. She said the best thing to do when you first start feeling a cold or flu coming on is to take 2 capsules. This is for an adult, okay? Take 2 capsules every 15 minutes until the symptoms abate. And I have to tell you, when I first heard that, I was like, what? And my second thought was, there's no way I'm going to do that. I am so super sensitive. I'm very thin. I have A negative blood type, which is the most sensitive. Blood type A's are the most sensitive. That's a good thing for you to know. And I'm very, very sensitive to any kind of supplement. So I thought, there's just no way I can do that. When in fact, I've done it many times. Doesn't bother me at all. Totally kicks the cold in the butt, okay? You don't even get it. If you're doing the other things, you know, if you're doing the resting, the laying down, cutting out the dairy, cutting out the sugar, okay? But cold snap, I love this stuff. I always bring it with me when I'm traveling because it's really easy to take with you. And I get this big jar and I keep it in the cupboard at all times. And you know, the fact of the matter is if your body's really clean and healthy, you don't get colds and flu. I literally didn't have a cold or flu for over 10 years. And then it wasn't until I started eating kind of crappy again for a while that I would get a cold and flu once in a while. But now I haven't had, well, knock on wood, I haven't had one for a really long time. So, but I still keep this around, and especially when I'm traveling, I always take it with me because your immune system tends to, you get a little depleted. And what this does is actually, it boosts your chi, your life force energy, okay? It boosts it. So cold snap, love, love, love this stuff. And I'll leave you links and everything for where to get the stuff. So that's my number one choice, and I'm seeing by the clock now that it's 12 minutes. So I'm going to cut out and show you the rest of the remedies in another video before